Welcome back to your custom deep dive. Today, we are jumping straight into episode 13 in our series on the book Psycho Cybernetics.
Yes, we are, and I am very excited about this one.
Me too. You know, our mission for you today is incredibly practical. We are discovering how to transform a crisis into a creative opportunity. Think about the last time you were really backed into a corner. Maybe you were giving a massive presentation and the projector just completely died. Why is it that some people perform extraordinarily well under that kind of intense pressure, while others just completely choke and seem to forget their own name?
Well, the answer lies in how your mind handles stress. Specifically, it involves your cognitive map. When you are forced to learn or perform under intense pressure, your brain's focus narrows down to a tiny, restricted pinhole.
That makes perfect sense.
Huh.
The pressure takes away your ability to see the bigger picture.
Exactly. So you end up memorizing just one cut-and-dried way to solve the problem. If that single path gets blocked, panic sets in. Your automatic reaction mechanism, which normally handles complex tasks perfectly, gets completely jammed by way too much conscious effort.
So improvisation becomes totally impossible.
Right. To counter this, the author introduces the concept of practicing without pressure. It's referred to as shadowboxing. Think of an Olympic skier visualizing their entire downhill run while just sitting there sipping cocoa in the lodge. By learning your skills in a low-stakes environment, your brain forms a broad, highly flexible mental map.
You feel totally safe, so your self-expression can just flow freely.
Yes, and then when an actual crisis strikes, that broad map seamlessly carries over into your muscle memory.
Shadowboxing really is the ultimate preparation. But let's look at the other side of the coin. What happens when the crisis is already here and panic is actively creeping in? Let's turn this into a micro habit you can deploy right in the heat of the moment. When you feel that pressure spiking, you should simply ask yourself, what is the worst possible outcome here? And then answer that question realistically.
Facing that question directly really diminishes the terror. We usually let fear remain vague and undefined in our minds, but once you look the absolute worst-case scenario right in the face, you realize the realistic answer is rarely as bad as keeping the fear vague.
The stakes become real, not catastrophic.
Exactly. Now let's shift gears. This is where the concept gets genuinely thrilling. Consider the Greek root of the word crisis. It actually means a fork in the road.
A fork in the road. That means it requires decisiveness.
Yes. Every single crisis is two-pronged. By maintaining an aggressive, goal-directed attitude rather than hiding defensively, the crisis itself acts as a massive stimulus. It physically and mentally releases your untapped powers, bringing out strength you never even knew you possessed.
That is incredible. Think of that intense excitement you feel right before a major life event. Too many people mislabel that feeling as fear or anxiety. It is not inherently fear at all. It is simply a surplus of emotional steam in your boiler. It is pure, unadulterated potential waiting to be directed toward a positive goal.
You have all this extra fuel just waiting to be used.
Exactly. It isn't there to choke you. It is there to push you forward. The ultimate key to any crisis situation is you.
You control the valve. Which brings up a fascinating thought for you to explore on your own today. If shadowboxing prepares you for a crisis, and a crisis unlocks your potential, what if you intentionally manufactured a tiny, low-stakes crisis for yourself this week? Not a disaster, just a new, uncomfortable challenge to force your hidden strengths out into the open. Keep that in mind as you head into your day. Thank you so much for joining us, and please like and subscribe to get notified about the next episode.